Hello, I'm Congressman Gus Bilirakis, and I represent Florida's 12th Congressional District in the United States Congress. And I also am on the Energy and Commerce Committee. I'm the ranking member of the Consumer Protection and Commerce Subcommittee under Energy and Commerce, and also on the Healthcare Subcommittee. And I'm on the Communications and Technology Subcommittee. I'm also the co-chair of the Rare Disease Caucus, the Congenital Heart Caucus, and the Congressional Caucus on Parkinson's Disease. Additionally, I'm a member of several caucuses that work to raise awareness of specific rare diseases such as childhood cancer, ALS, MS, just to name a few. For me, this work is personal because I do have family members and friends who suffer from quite a few of these diseases. I know that the costs, both in financial terms, but also the human toll that battling a rare disease inflicts upon the patients and his or her loved ones. We know that rare diseases are not rare. It's not a rare problem. In fact, there are estimated 7,000 rare diseases, which affect more than 30 million Americans. And yet 95% of these conditions have no treatment or cure, unfortunately. The problem is that each rare disease impacts such a small patient population that there's little incentive for pharmaceutical companies to invest the resources needed to develop a cure and bring it through the costly FDA approval process. For this reason, I've been a huge proponent of federal investment that holds the promise of a cure for many rare diseases. I'm proud that most recently the budget we passed included $42.9 billion for NIH. This figure includes $7 million for congenital heart disease research, a real win, $5 million for the National Neurological Conditions Surveillance System, and $10 million for the National ALS Registry for biorepository. As co-chairman of the Rare Disease Caucus, I was also proud to see another important bill I co-sponsored signed into law last year, the ALS Disability Insurance Access Act of 2019. So important for ALS patients and their loved ones. ALS is a progressive neurodegenerative disease, as you know, that impacts people without respect to their race, gender, or socioeconomic status, and it is fatal, unfortunately. Sadly, we did not know this. We do not know that this horrible disease disproportionately impacts combat veterans. We do know this, and we've learned this, because we have several patients with Agent Orange, but again with the burn pits and all. So it is terrible, and it affects disproportionately our heroes. This critical new law will allow ALS patients to receive disability benefits without delay, rightfully so. Last week I had my first legislative victory of the year when the Transplant Act, which I co-authored with Representatives Doris Matsui, passed the House. The bill reauthorizes the C.W. Bill Young Cell Transplantation Program and the National Cord Blood Inventory. It will help tens of thousands of Americans of all ages who suffer with diseases like blood cancer, sickle cell anemia, inherited metabolic or immune system disorders, and 70 otherwise fatal blood disorders. This is a critical issue for seniors, as older Americans are the fastest growing age group of patients needing marrow transplants. This new law provides hope to those who are struggling with life-threatening illnesses, and I do have at least one family member that suffered with the blood disease, and it was fatal. I have also recently just refiled the Gabriella Kids First Research Act 2.0 with Congresswoman Wexman. It would redirect penalties collected from pharmaceutical and cosmetic supplement and medical device companies that break the law to childhood cancer research at the NIH. Pediatric cancer remains the #1 disease that leads to the death of American children, unfortunately. While survival rates have improved for some of pediatric cancers, thousands of children are lost to cancer each year, and many more encounter the life-threatening complications related to harsh chemotherapies. Children have significantly fewer treatment options than adults, and oftentimes must rely on treatment regimens developed for adults because pediatric specific treatments simply do not exist for many pediatric cancers and rare diseases, unfortunately, but we're working on it. The Gabriella Miller Kids First Pediatric Research Program at NIH is working to develop a large-scale data resource to help researchers uncover new insights into the biology of childhood cancers and structural birth defects, including the discovery of shared genetic pathways between these disorders. This foundational research is critical for facilitating a better understanding of pediatric cancers and holds the promise for the development of better treatments and possible cures. Additionally, I've co-sponsored the Speeding Therapy Access Today, or the STAT Act, to enact targeted, impactful, and attainable policy reforms at FDA to accelerate development of therapies across the spectrum of rare diseases and disorders and facilitate patient access to these therapies. The STAT Act will improve access to therapies for the rare disease community, including patients living with an ultra-rare disease, by promoting better intergovernmental coordination and advancing science-based regulatory policies. One of the most exciting aspects of the bill is the creation of the FDA Center of Excellence for Rare Diseases and Conditions. The Center of Excellence model was first authorized through the 21st Century Cures Act and used successfully to spur the development of better treatment for cancer. We want to replicate that success for the rare disease community. The STAT Act is intended to help rare disease patients populations receive access to innovative new therapies. And again, this is a priority of mine, and we have co-sponsors in the Senate as well. So I believe this is going to move. We've got to work hard to get this done because it's proven to work. These are just a few of the many items we are working on as champions of the rare disease community. While I would love to be greeting you in person, hopefully next year, as I hope to do, again, as I said soon, I understand that this virtual experience improves safety for everyone. It is an honor to send you this message today, but also to have the chance to thank you for your advocacy. It really makes a difference. Lawmakers meet with many people each day, but I found that it is the personal, individual stories that truly make the biggest impact. Sharing the challenges that you and or your loved ones have faced due to rare diseases can help to garner such needed support for the legislative changes we as a rare disease community are hoping to make. So thank you for getting outside your comfort zone and educating your elected officials about how Congress can make a positive difference in the lives of those living with rare diseases. I know you'll do great work. Again, thank you for participating, and I look forward to meeting with you again in person real soon. God bless you for all the great work you do.